Las Vegas.
Can you help me, please?
Can we help you? Yes, ma'am.
After me, love of my baby.
My rival is a baby blue racing car.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're talking about Viva Las Vegas, the King, baby. A great, fun, nostalgic movie for us Las Vegas locals.
I'm so glad you had a fun time with it.
I did.
I know that you guys didn't want to watch a musical, but I thought it would be a really fun movie to talk about.
It was a hoot.
Yeah,
it was a hoot.
Good.
And it has just as much, if not more, unintentionally hilarious misogyny
Oh my God.
than some of the
So
sci-fi
good.
movies we watch.
Yeah.
Jude sent us a text this week earlier, a
Mm-hmm.
few days ago. She goes, I can't find this movie anywhere to watch. I can't watch this movie. It's not on the internet anywhere. I'm like, that's probably not true, but okay, good. Don't tell her, you know. And she's like, I was going to type back, maybe we should pick another movie. But then she goes, never mind, I found it.
And you were like,
oh, fuck. So,
I just couldn't find it for free anyway.
Oh, yeah.
and I'm sorry I cussed. We probably maybe start over. Why don't we
No,
go like first 5
we're
minutes?
past a minute.
But
I'll pad the runtime a little
But
bit.
I told my wife, I go, I have to watch Viva Las Vegas this week. And she's like, she's like, really? And she goes, well, can I watch it with you? And I'm like, yeah. So it ended up turning into a thing with my wife and my mother-in-law.
Nice.
Right? And we watched it yesterday afternoon instead of doing a watch party. I did a watch party with my wife.
Oh, cute.
But it was fun. I really enjoyed this movie. And I immediately fell back in love
with Las Vegas.
Ann-Margret. Ann-Margret.
With that smoke show.
God.
That is Ann-Margret.
Yeah.
Ooh. Man, if I was 30 years older, oh God, I would have just gone upstairs.
I was looking at this lady. I'm like,
ripped one out.
What happened to humanity?
I know.
This is like, what? Gosh, she was freaking.
Listen, man,
smoking hot.
There's something special about that generation.
Yeah.
In their prime.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Just like the first shot of her, getting out of her sports car and those teeny tiny shorts that she's wearing.
Oh my God. Oh,
Some changes, haven't you?
I got my little secrets.
Yeah, I can tell.
Like immediately,
the
Elvis
ass.
and the other guy is like, her legs go for days.
Oh my God.
Can you believe these legs
look at
she's
that.
got?
And then the camera shot where she
Right
just
on her ass.
walks into it.
We have
Right
to,
on the ass.
We have to trick her into leaving her car here so that we can take her out on
let's-
dates.
Your motor's broken.
Broke, but it was running perfectly when I pulled up here.
A whole day.
A day?
Maybe 2.
Straight up lie to her so we can steal. Did you when he was like, hey, did you get her registration out of the car so we know what address she lives at? I was like, what the fuck?
Stalkers.
Man, how else are we going to find that girl? We're going to go to every strip joint in town until we find her.
They just went to the casinos and went to all those showgirl shows because she is that hot. They automatically think she's a showgirl.
Yeah.
No,
You know-
even better. Lifeguard.
Now watch me. Spread.
Lifeguard.
Yeah.
Lifeguard.
Yeah.
100%.
But let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
let's do
Viva
it.
Las Vegas. This is going to be a great conversation. If you're offended easily, be gone.
Yeah.
Because
what
this is a
brought
movie.
you here?
Yeah. Fair
mo-
warning.
These movies were made for real people. Okay? Not your bullshit fucking, whatever.
Real people.
Not your easily offended, soft snowflakes.
I'm going to put the
Soft.
Say it again. Put the camera on him. Say it real hard.
Soft.
There you go.
SAWFT. Soft. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Jude, take it away.
1964. Viva Las Vegas.
Can't help but sing it.
Rated approved.
That's a great rating.
Great.
I love it. A for approved.
Approved.
Approved by what? And for whom?
With a runtime of 1 hour, 25 minutes. This had a budget of $1 million. What do you
Nice.
think this brought in?
Oh, God.
A boatload of pills and alcohol. That's what it brought in.
Peanut butter banana sandwiches. All right.
Yes, sir. $1 million bucks?
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, it was just Elvis and his buddy hanging out in Vegas.
This is, I think, probably the most popular Elvis movie.
Is it really?
I think so.
Well, the song Viva Las Vegas, does
Yeah.
it come from this movie, or did the song come first and then they made the movie because of the song?
don't
Correct
know.
me in the comments, but I believe that the song was written for this movie.
Okay, so it's specific for this movie,
I
and
think
that's
so.
because when I heard it, I was like, "Oh, that's it."
There
'Cause
are
I'm-
a lot of iconic dance numbers and music numbers in
Mhm.
this movie. Like I Love My Baby.
Yeah.
That's iconic.
Yeah.
Hey, my baby loves me.
Yeah, so the song was the titular song for this movie. It was
Okay.
written for it. And they wrote the script in 13 days because originally it was going to be like a completely different movie. And they were like, well, why don't we just go to Vegas and hang out for
Mhm.
a while?
Yeah.
That's the way
It's
to
like
go.
an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
So take your guess.
8 million. Well, hold on. Not 54. This is like peak Elvis.
64.
64?
Mm-hmm.
Peak Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
70 million.
Wow.
I don't know.
That'd be like
Okay.
that'd be like a $4 billion
Yeah.
movie.
It's fucking. It's the king, baby.
Vader?
I'm gonna go under, Bob.
Yeah, I think you should.
I don't. I don't know what money means, guys.
I'm gonna
I
say.
believe it brought in money.
I told you, pills, hookers,
You know,
and whiskey.
if you judge by today's standards with these $250 million Whoppers, if they make like 3 times their budget, they're considered massive successes.
yeah. So you think it's
So I'm gonna go lowball. I'm gonna say $2.5 million.
Okay, had a budget of $1 million and it brought in $9 million
Wow.
in 1964.
That's huge.
Yeah,
That's 9 times its
people
budget.
loved this movie.
Man.
This movie actually came out at the height of Beatlemania.
Oh, wow.
And the Beatles movie that was released either the year before or this year, same year as Viva Las Vegas, only made like $6 million. So
The king.
that's the king.
That's why
That's
he's the
wild.
king.
That's the king.
I love the king.
Hail to the king, baby.
You ready?
I am an Elvis fan. I'm not gonna lie.
I am too young to claim that.
Yeah.
There's,
I'm too young to claim it too. I just like his music. I think there's something special and
For sure.
iconic and timeless
sure.
about it. So
Mhm.
Jude, take it away. What happens in this movie?
There's a race in Las Vegas, and Elvis is entering his one-of-a-kind car. He's got a custom motor waiting in L.A. for him to purchase. But first, he's got to chase Ann-Margret around Las Vegas, lose all of his money, get a job as a waiter, then break up with Ann-Margret, who suddenly hates racing, before he can enter the Formula One race, and get back with Ann-Margret, who likes racing again. When a faulty manhole cover takes out his best friend's car during the race, thank you for getting that. Elvis doesn't even look back. He wins the race and the girl, marrying Ann-Margret and saving the day? Discuss.
yeah, we need to talk about Death Race Las Vegas at the end of the video. But
Yeah. We'll get there.
man,
Look, okay, so
man.
fun. Go ahead.
I'm still in love with Ann-Margret.
Dude, she's so
Dude,
hot.
I was
ridiculous.
scrolling through pictures of her. During the movie, I'm like, Ann-Margret photos. Should I know naked? I didn't look any naked. But
God damn
dude,
it.
she's still alive. She's 82.
She's still beautiful.
She's still
Whoa.
gorgeous. It's like I'm looking at pictures of her when she's like 70, and I'm going, yeah, I'd probably smash. you know, for real, she's this iconic beauty, man. I just cannot get over
That
how
first
much.
scene at the university where Elvis is meeting her there and she's like doing her little dance number and she's wearing those tights that are kind of
Oh my
see-through
God.
and no panties.
Yeah,
oh
bro.
my god, yeah. I'm like, that's.
And she's
I'm
doing
spitting all over
that jig.
Oh, yeah.
she's
The,
shaking.
the 50s and 60s dance
Yeah.
that they like. My mom danced like that when she
Yeah.
goes to parties.
I'm like,
and
that was
oh.
really sexual.
It was,
That was
really,
really
sexual
sexual.
for 1964.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Like,
But I
good
love it when she's
Lord.
like, when the king is like, I'm gonna take you out to dance, baby.
it's like,
He's
yeah.
like, or something, dance or something.
Rusty, I thought maybe you and I could go dancing or something.
Oh, you want to go dancing?
Or something.
And he keeps saying or something. Maybe not dance. Maybe something else.
So-
But then they go and she's out there just freaking
Oh my God.
nailing the dance moves. Right? She's out there just doing the jig.
at the University of
Nevada.
or
Yeah,
Nevada or something.
University of
UNR.
Nevada.
Down there hanging out with Igor and the professor.
Yeah.
So
She was
If
looking
you get it,
fine.
you
She
get
was,
it.
she was doing her groove, and then the king gets up there and he starts doing his thing, and it's so lazy, it's hilarious.
yeah, but dude,
it's the king.
He got some hip shakes in there.
Oh yeah, you know he got.
Deep breath and repeat after me. I love my baby.
You know, he got this fucking Forrest Gump fucking. Well, I like the way you move. Can you do that again? You know what I mean?
It's like, when Elvis moves his hips, I get a little
Do that
turned
funky
on.
little walk.
I just
Do that funny little walk for me, kid.
yeah.
Yeah.
like,
that was a weird conversation.
That was Kurt Russell, by the way.
That
who
was
said that in
it's not
Forrest
weird.
Gump.
Listen, Elvis shaking his hips turns everybody on. It's okay. You don't have. It's not a gay thing.
You speak for yourself, buddy.
Whatever.
Pause. What was that?
That was Kurt Russell who was playing Elvis, and it's only an audio file.
Oh, it's a voiceover.
It was a voiceover.
But that's Kurt Russell
was
plays
Kurt
Elvis
Russell.
in Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
Dude, did you know?
I did not know that.
Did you know that Kurt Russell's first movie when he was like 9 years old was with Elvis? He kicked Elvis in the shin because he didn't give him a quarter or something like that. And then he runs away, and I was like, oh, dang, kids these days are crazy.
It's a good one. It's a good one, boy.
And it was fucking little baby Kurt Russell. I was like, that's so crazy.
They're all nuts.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell's been in front of a camera since
ever.
forever.
And we'll talk about his Godzilla show here in a minute. But this movie's...
Sorry, I derailed you.
That's
No,
okay.
it's
This
fine.
movie's so fun.
It is.
I'm
super...
so glad that you had a good time
Listen.
with it.
I was so annoyed with Jude when she picked this movie. I'm
You
not gonna
were.
lie. I was
You
like,
were.
fucking Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I want saucer men from outer space eating brains and stuff, but I'm not Viva Las. Okay, fine. But you know what? You killed it again.
Thank you.
You
Thank you. Thank you for being a good sport.
You saved retro WeWatch.
Aw.
It was.
Was it lacking this year?
I thought it was a little lacking this year. But this was good.
This
I had a
movie
great
is
time.
so overtly sexual.
Yeah.
That's what I love.
It was so funny, dude. Dude,
They would not make this movie now.
Literally a scene where Elvis jizzes all over his friend, the guy he's competing with.
with the
with the fucking bottle. And he's like, I don't know what happened. Oh, that's crazy.
Don't grow up and
Oh, come here, baby. You don't know what you're missing. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now?
I didn't even think about it like that.
Oh, 100%.
But you did. It's a phallic.
It's a huge
champagne bottle
dick
that he fucking
shakes it
jerks
and then
off.
pops it and then jizzes all over that guy's jacket.
Want me to count? No.
And Ann-Margret.
And Ann-Margret.
It's like, oh god. Oh.
And he's like, oh, sorry about that,
Get
baby.
off my face.
I can't control myself. I was like, what the fuck?
I love it.
And then,
And then Ann-Margret jizzes all over the both of them with the oil can.
Is this it? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. If we would have gone fishing, none of this would have happened.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there's so much sexual stuff. I'm a deviant. Sorry. So like, I'm watching
It's
this
a very
stuff,
sexual movie.
and there's scenes where they're doing. I can't remember what dance move or what song number it was, but they were both singing and dancing together, and the camera would be like right up in his face, and he's going, "Oh yeah." And then it cuts to her face, and she's going, "Oh yeah, baby," and it goes back and forth between the two of them, and I'm like, they're fucking.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
They're fucking
But you
right
see,
now.
that's the thing. Back in the 60s, there was like a moral
Yeah.
standard.
You got to be clean.
And you got to be clean.
But you gotta do it.
But the art form of it is making it dirty as
So
hell.
dirty.
But nobody knows that they're being dirty as heck.
But you could have that camera angle on a woman's hips and on a woman's ass because it was beautiful and sexy without being sexual.
Right.
But if you showed Elvis's hips,
Oh,
it
God.
was too much for the women.
Well, that was the whole thing about the showgirls and stuff back then.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's all-
the Follies Bergère?
It's all about subtle.
Do you remember the
subtlety,
Follies
you know?
Bergère?
No, what?
Follies Bergère?
Yeah.
It was
That's the
a
show.
huge show. It went on for decades in Las Vegas. It was like the most popular show.
The purple, the white, or the red?
I believe it was the one at the Flamingo.
Just ended that like a couple years ago.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
like one of the first topless shows in Las Vegas.
Oh, they didn't show that part in this movie.
No,
I was bummed
obviously.
out. That's the one thing I said when I was watching this. I was watching it with my wife and my kid. But here's the thing.
The thing is, you can watch this show with your kid because they're not going to.
They're not going to get it.
Yeah.
They're not
They're
going to
not
get. They're not going to get the filthy stuff that's thrown in there.
So I turned this movie on. It was like 8 o'clock or something like that last night. I turned the movie on, and I'm sitting there watching it, and then my kid walks in, and he's getting to the age now, and he's in school, so I'm like, you stay up. I don't care.
Yeah,
stay
for
up.
sure.
But this is what I'm watching. You're not turning it. This is what we're watching. And he's like, oh, okay. He sits down and watches it. And Dad, who's he? And I'm like, that's the king, my man. What are you talking about? That's Elvis. That's the king. That is Vegas right there.
Let me educate you.
Yeah.
That's the mayor of Vegas.
That is Vegas, buddy. Yeah. So I was having fun, like kind of watching him watch this like basically historical document about Vegas. And he just had this like perplexed and very interested look on his face the whole time. And I'm like, yeah, man, that's the king. And he's watching. He fell asleep eventually, but it was fun to watch it with him. But the interesting thing, my wife was watching it with me too. And she's like, how is it even a question who this woman is supposed to be dating? Like,
she's a player, man.
That dude, the straight-laced rich guy who like races cars and he's very aristocratic and very smart, has a level head.
He's the count of race car driving.
Right? He's like the man. She's like, that is the obvious choice for her.
Right.
Because he's a man and Elvis is acting like a fucking child right now.
He was.
Because he burst into...
the waiter thing was great.
Dude, the waiter thing, when he bursts in with the guitar and he just starts singing and everybody's like...
He falls into a pool and loses all of his money.
Yeah. But then he walks around in that same wetsuit for like the next 5 scenes and he's like, are you going to change, bro? He's like, no, man, I'm the king. Like, whatever. It's fine.
Air dry.
Yeah.
It's Vegas, summertime.
Yeah.
You know.
It's going to dry out in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It's no big deal.
Basically dry cleaning.
We've all
But can I
been
borrow
there.
this guitar?
Yeah. Can I have that? They ruined that guitar. I was so mad.
Yeah.
I was kind of upset with the kid that found the money.
Did they find the money?
Because he dove in. Because he saw the money. He's like, oh, dive in.
Oh, yeah. And then he
picks up
just...
the money. Then he lets it get sucked into the pool thing.
Yeah,
And nobody found that in a filter.
Yeah, it's like, somebody found it.
If it was wet, it would have got shredded.
Jose, the pool guy, found it. And he fucking brought his parents up from Mexico to, move in.
He bought himself a custom motor.
Then they took the rest of the money and opened up Roberto's.
Oh.
So,
Roberto's is fucking awesome.
they're great. California burrito, let's go.
Yeah, dude. Breakfast burritos from Roberto's. Perfect drunk.
Thank you, Elvis.
Yeah.
It's all
drunk
because
food.
Elvis dropped that money.
Yeah.
in the pool.
That's fucking not right. God damn it.
That's a great story. El Pastor. Carne asada?
Never been a carne asada guy.
Oh, man.
Anyway, because I'm a douchebag and I like picking movies apart, I was watching this movie and I was trying to poke holes in it.
Oh,
You were texting.
Yeah, I did that once.
You're going to the helicopter?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna fix you right now.
Okay, I did this once, and I texted the group chat, and I was like, "How the fuck is this broke ass mechanic who can't has no money?
They just gave him a helicopter.
Hold on, I'm getting there. Has to work at a resort, which he just got the job.
Yeah.
And be a waiter so that he can pay for his bills and save money to buy this engine. That he's going through this troubled time where he's like dead and broke. He lost all his money, but he could take this woman out on like multiple awesome dates. He goes and he gets a helicopter and then knows how to fly it.
Yep.
And I'm like poking home, like, oh, this doesn't make any freaking sense. and then there's a line of dialogue like 2 seconds later. Oh yeah, my buddy over here, from the Air Force days, he let me borrow this helicopter.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn it.
He knows people.
He knows.
It's quintessential Las Vegas.
Yeah.
You have, if you're going to thrive in this town that we all live
You have to
in,
know someone.
you have to know.
You have to
people.
know several someones.
Yeah.
You have to know people
Have
to
you
get
ever
a
taken
job.
one of those helicopter rides though?
The Maverick ones?
Yeah.
They're way
I haven't.
expensive.
They're
Like
like,
$500. They
Yeah.
were like 3
I
minutes.
went once because I know someone.
Yeah.
See?
There you go.
Yeah.
A girl I worked with, her husband was a pilot. And I went, obviously they don't let you drive the helicopter.
Right.
But she was like, he just started with this company and he has to do a bunch of like practice runs.
Oh, nice.
So I went and it was like half the price.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like I got a
amazing.
little secret I need to tell you guys. Okay.
You know
Are you
people?
a pilot?
So you guys all know I work in the surveillance world in the casinos. I'm a terrible surveillance person. I'm a pit boss. That's what my trade is. I'm a terrible surveillance person.
Okay. I'm listening.
All 4 casinos I've worked at in surveillance since I've been here 13 years ago were because I knew the boss.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All 4 of them.
Oh, yeah.
I was juiced in to every single job that I've had in this town.
Yeah.
And that's just how you do it. It's just how it works.
It's Vegas.
So, I mean.
Every job I have is
like,
because of people I know.
I've gotten tickets to concerts because I know some dude. Or Jude knows somebody.
I went to a Mets game because I know people.
Or I know somebody who's got a fucking seats at a football table.
Yeah.
Or at Allegiant. It's how the city works.
Absolutely.
I was working.
It's who you know.
I was working security at an ultra rich high rise resort place.
Because you knew somebody.
No, I got that job on like just
On merit?
on merit.
That doesn't happen. What are you talking about?
But here's the thing: I spent like maybe a year at that job, and then I got my next actual job.
Yeah.
Because the woman that I was working security for was like, "Hey, you're a smart guy. Do you want a job?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, get me out of here."
I'm going to tie this part of the conversation into the movie.
Yeah, go for it.
So you know how Ann-Margret is the pool girl?
Right.
Gives the swimming lessons.
Yeah.
She's the lifeguard. She
She's
does all that stuff.
lifeguard, yeah.
So here's the thing. Every single pool on the Las Vegas Strip, the lifeguards, and I'm not even joking here, every single one of those lifeguards are the kid of a
100%.
casino executive.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Because valets and lifeguards are the almost sole area of casino executive children.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, I didn't think about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Those valets work fucking super hard though.
Yeah. And that's the great job. You don't, it's like,
That's what people are like, "Oh, I'm a valet." And
those jobs, they aren't that good anymore because there's not as many valets.
Yeah.
But the lifeguard is still real.
Yeah.
They're
That's like a legal requirement.
These are kids that just, they take their little CPR classes and they sit on the chair, blow their whistle, and they get paid whatever it is to sit around for the summer. And it's a cake job.
Yeah.
Nobody dies in the pools. Very few people.
Well,
so
that party at that one time, I want to go to one of those parties, but I also don't.
What party?
Those pool parties at
like Dre's or something.
I can't remember. I just want to go just to kind of like experience
It's just like being
it.
at a club. No one goes in the pool.
Well, those videos I see people in the pool all the time, but it's only like waist deep, and they're all just in there dancing.
And it's full of urine. It's gross. The pools are disgusting.
Yeah. No, I bet. Anyway, this is a weird conversation.
Yeah, but anyway, like I said, it's just
So you think she's hooked up with the casinos?
I don't know
because they went on a lot of dates
that
like he obviously couldn't afford because he couldn't afford anything else.
Okay, but it was 1964, and she grew up in Las Vegas, and her dad built the Hoover Dam. Her dad knows people.
Oh,
of course, her dad got her that job.
Yeah, I love how like through rose-colored glasses, people look at the Hoover Dam. They're like, I love that sound. This is, they're like, oh, this is one of the modern wonders of the world. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, it's just a dam. But I forget.
People died building
I
that thing,
forget
too.
how.
There's corpses in that cement.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. There's a Freemason. I mean, you want to go conspiracy? Yeah. There's all kinds of weird shit, symbolism on stuff on that dam. Anyway.
The giant statues.
But I tend to forget like when it was built and how much of an effort went into actually getting it done. Like it's a big thing. But to me, in my stupid millennial brain, I'm just like, oh, it's just a freaking dam. It's fine.
I thought it was funny during the movie because they're flying around in a helicopter, looking at all the sights. And then they go, "Hey man, those people down there is water skiing." It's like, hold on a second.
I'll go water skiing.
Now we're gonna go water skiing.
We're gonna go. Water skiing.
He just lands the helicopter, gets out in his swimsuit. And I'm like,
oh, that's pretty cool. It's like freaking Ann-Margret.
At the end of the night, he's like, "I've never had a better day," and she's like, "Me neither."
It was
Well,
a
obviously,
fucking good day.
Are you going to do this every day?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
It's like my wife brought this up when we were watching the movie. Was that first that big long? Was that one date or was that like multiple?
That was one date
because they did all these things.
Yeah. They went to 3 different shows.
They went to shows. They flew helicopters. They went water skiing. I think they went to dinner.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like that was all one. And then they met her dad. And he was like almost proposed after one day.
Let's go.
Like, Jesus.
Let's keep going. And they went out more.
That was a long day.
That's a hell of a date.
Water skiing would take all day.
That's what happens when people don't have TVs and cell phones, bro. They just go do shit.
It's like,
man, that looks like
that looks like a good day.
No,
that'd be great.
I would be so tired.
It's like, I'm exhausted.
She's like, where's my Snuggie?
Well, we got to go down to the Golden Steer and get some good steak. Right, that's
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I thought it was really funny, like in the beginning of the movie when they're going from show to show to try to find this girl. That you could go to that many shows on the Las Vegas Strip in one day.
Sure.
But also all of the shows, because all of the shows in real life, they were all very like risque. But all of the shows that you see in the movie is just like people's heads going,
yeah.
Murmur.
Shake that ass.
Yeah. Just women wearing different hats and just shaking their heads, wobbling back and forth.
Did you guys notice that like every time they cut to a different scene, Elvis was wearing a new outfit?
Yeah.
and so was she.
Yeah. Listen, man.
Even in the same, even if like they were like in the dad's boat, it's like, oh, now he's in a suit, now he's in his tracksuit.
They sold every single one of those outfits to every dude in the 60s.
Yeah.
They were like, this is all for sale. You can have the king's wardrobe.
And you know, I really liked his mechanics overalls.
Yeah.
They were super greasy.
Because he works real hard. But his hair was fucking immaculate.
Yeah.
Just immaculate.
Yeah.
That thing was spray foamed on there.
Who was the guy that played his sidekick, the grease monkey?
I don't know, but I liked him the most.
Does Matt know? I know he's not talking today, but
no, Matt doesn't know.
I'll
He
look
does
it up
know
right
who he
now.
is.
You
Yeah.
guys keep talking.
So,
Matt's on strike.
he's on strike.
He's very sick.
I'm not talking. But
No,
he's
it's fine.
Jamie today.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
pure
It's fine.
Jamie.
This is probably his preferred way of
This
doing
is,
it.
you know, this is his way of telling us that he's not talking on the show anymore. He's just going to get us used to not talking.
Here's the
and
thing,
that's
though.
fine.
I want to know how much bullshit we can spew out before he can't help but correct
But
us.
correct. I did find something interesting, and I don't have it in front of me, so I can't look it up. But
Nikki Blair was
he's been in a lot of stuff, but I feel like he played the same role.
Shorty, right?
Something like
Shorty,
that.
yeah, is Nikki Blair.
I feel like he's like the eternal sidekick kind of dude. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I think he feels like a sidekick kind of character, like me on Saturdays. you know. So, I know. It's like I lost my train of thought. Stupid Shady Mile. But
Kadish not talking.
yeah. Helicopter, Hoover Dam,
Sidekick,
blah, blah, blah.
grease monkey guy, immaculate suit. Anyway,
let's talk about the rich guy.
The Count?
The Count?
Yes.
So is this guy that's like he's like super rich?
He's
like Elon Musk, travels the world and races cars.
Wasn't he a racer? So he's like a
races
world
cars?
champion racer. God, I can't drink. Okay. He's like a world tramp.
A world tramp. He's a world tramp.
He's a world tramp.
He is a world tramp.
Yeah.
He's a world champion race car driver.
Yes.
So I think that's where he gets
What was he driving? Like a Ferrari or something?
Probably Ferrari. He was Italian. Probably a Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mind him. I again, I'm kind of on my wife's side. I was like, yeah, the king is cool and all, but he's acting like a doofus.
Yeah,
And
but
this guy's got his shit together.
Do you hook up for money or do you hook up for love?
Is it love or is it just like,
You know,
hey, baby, I know
I
a lot
love
of
my
people.
baby.
I love my baby. He's standing outside her dressing room, just like singing to her.
She loves me.
Like, come on, baby.
I'm still just
Show me your
trying
tits.
That would have ruined this movie.
Tits?
Yeah.
Coming from you.
It was weird. It's like I like the things I like about these kind of movies is the
Like
It's-
purity.
it's the subversive dirtiness.
You don't want me, Count? No.
Because there's a lot.
It's a lot of dirtiness.
There's a
in
lot
this
of
movie,
subversive
dude.
dirtiness in
It's
this
a
movie.
lot. It's very sexual.
And what's really funny is I'm watching my wife and my mother-in-law,
yeah.
who's the same age, I think, as Ann-Margret, just get all into this movie. It was
It's
really
fun,
funny.
dude. It's a
And
fun
it was
movie.
like I'm sitting there and I'm laughing and I'm looking at my wife and my mother-in-law. I'm like, they know.
You won't grow up and
They know this movie is dirty as
They
hell.
know. You
And now
dirty scoundrels.
that you pointed out the whole bottle
Jizzed all over that dude.
I'm like, oh my God, it's filthy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely filthy.
Yeah. But it's hilarious.
Yeah, the whole courting part of this movie is just dirty as hell.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to. I can't get over the suggestiveness and the dirtiness of how they danced.
Why don't you treat me wrong? Come and love your daddy all night long.
And it's very tribal. How
Yeah.
how they they're shaking their ass. They're
Come on, everybody, take a real deep breath and repeat after me.
jiggling their tits.
Hey, my baby loves me.
They're fucking moving their head. It's pretty crazy.
So the choreographer for this movie was actually Ann-Margret's dance teacher.
Whoa,
and this was
okay.
the first movie that he had ever choreographed.
Wow.
I mean, I haven't watched a movie in a long time where I just immediately fell in love with somebody who's 82 years old right now. She's gorgeous.
She's
Beautiful.
smoking hot.
Jude
Beautiful.
showed me pictures
Yeah.
of her in her prime. And I think she's beautiful when she's in her 50s
Honestly,
and her 60s.
yeah.
I mean,
even
she-
now, she looks dope.
She's very
Oh, yeah.
she's very much like she's timeless.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sophia Loren style type.
Yes.
It's like oh my God. It's just like a timeless hotness. It's like if I was 80 years old, I would be all over Ann-Margret. You know, if I was 30 years older, she would just be like the chick I'd had on my wall when I was.
Dude, she was smoking.
You'd try. That chick can move.
You know, it's just I have a deep respect for that generation, and I love it. You know, I don't know what else to say. Just
there's nothing much else to say. I just like making fun of how crazy everything was and how sexual it all was.
Let's talk about the actual race.
Oh my God, Death Race Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Go for it. You look very excited. Go for it. Yeah, take it away.
People died. I mean, listen, if you guys, whoever edits this, if you don't like insert some fucking scenes from Death Race 2000 of David Carradine and Sylvester Stallone, going like, every time somebody dies in this movie, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm going to be mad because this was a death race. Okay. This thing went all over the town, all over. They went from fucking Hoover Dam to Mount Charleston to freaking.
And there's like an announcer through the whole thing, and you're like, where is that broadcast?
This is what F1 wish they were, right?
Yeah. The freaking the sidekick dudes flying everybody can fly helicopters.
Well, they're all ex-military. They're all ex-military. These are
wild.
World War II badass motherfuckers.
It's like I've driven these same roads. I know where okay, so there's a scene every time during the race. Every time they could do a different scene. There's a car spinning out in a corner or something, right? But there's two scenes in particular where I swear to God somebody had to die.
Like the very beginning when they have to run to their car.
Right. But there's the one scene where the guy just like drives off the road and you see his little head flopping around in the overhead in the open air cockpit.
Yeah.
That I'm like, it's like that. I don't think that was a dummy. I don't think that was a fake.
they had actual stunt people.
Right. But the Count died.
Yeah.
The Count died. He's driving down the road. We've all gone up to the snow, right? Up to the ski resort.
Yeah.
There's that long straight road that goes up
Lee
there.
Canyon, right?
Yeah. And they're going down, 100 miles per hour, and the Count spins out, flips, and then he stops in the middle of the road.
Manhole cover.
He stops in the middle of the road, and then the car behind him just boom smashes right in. Nobody lives. From that.
Yeah.
Right? And then the movie ends and they get married.
Elvis doesn't even look.
He doesn't give a shit.
Oh, nothing.
He's just
like, gotta win this race.
Just drives
That's
by.
the name of the
It's
game.
the name of the game, man. What do you want? Yeah.
Too bad for you, stupid fuck.
And then the very next scene is them walking out of the little chapel.
Yeah. And the movie's over.
I love my baby.
See, what they should have done is
casual
Is the
death.
Count okay?
No, he's dead. He's dead.
No.
Yeah.
And this was like during peak nuclear test season world at the time.
You can see that area from Mount Charleston.
Oh, yeah.
There's a spot you go up there, pull off the road. You'll be like, oh, there's where they blew shit up.
We drive up there like twice a year just because we get bored. So let's drive Mount Charleston. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, baby.
Dude,
let's go.
When you get your motorcycle, you and I are going to do that.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. We're going
to. This is so dope.
Have they rebuilt the lodge yet?
I don't think so.
Don't think so. But I don't know for sure.
But the thing that's cool about this movie and that race in particular is we can go to all those places.
100%.
It's like, dude, we're going to take a drive up to where the Count died.
Okay.
And we're going to put a cross on the road. This is where the Count died, baby. We're going to take a picture.
Put fake Elvis glasses on it. Just sit it there.
How you doing, baby? Let's go. It's like, Katie's just laughing. And they must have had the other side of the dam open back then, because you can't drive up. If you go across the dam from the Nevada side, now the road stops.
Yeah.
But during the race, they were like coming down that hill, and they drove into Nevada. It's like they went across the bridge, which didn't exist back then.
Yeah.
And they came across into the Nevada side. It's so weird. I was like, how did they film this? It's like, are they thinking there's a lot of continuity errors in this movie?
You think?
Oh, there's a whole website devoted to it. There's like 50 of them.
Get out.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's like in this scene when it starts, Elvis is wearing a pink shirt, and when the cut scenes, he's wearing a blue shirt or whatever.
Before I forget, I just want to shout out the combination of blackjack with a red shirt. God damn, that's a good look.
Yeah.
That is a good look.
I just want to touch on really quickly the fact that there's a sunken swimming pool in Ann-Margret's house that's like their kitchen.
Sure. Yeah,
Sure.
it's Vegas.
I couldn't not say it.
Listen, Mike Tyson had a tiger.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, there's people out here that do a lot of weird shit. It's Vegas. There's laws that don't exist in this little corner of the world.
We all kind of like hate living here, but at the same time, I kind of love it because it's so freaking weird.
It's weird.
I love living in Las
It's a
Vegas.
weird town to live in. Like I've never been in a place where I can like go out to dinner and like this is a true story where I can, as a surveillance guy, I can go to a restaurant and I can see somebody like I literally backed off from being a blackjack card counter, sitting at the table next to me. He has no idea who I am.
Right.
But I'm like, come off, I backed that guy off 3 days ago because he's a fucking card counter, right? And then at this table over here, some porn star.
Yeah.
That I jerked off to 4 days ago. It's just a
TMI, bro.
True story. True story. It's wild.
You imagine tap on the shoulder. Hey, baby, how you doing? I jerked off to you 2 days ago.
All right.
It's the weirdest town. It's the weirdest town.
It was good for me. Was it good for you?
People think like cities like LA.
Also, don't say that to people.
Don't do that. Don't do this.
People think cities like LA is weird or Miami.
LA is weird.
LA is weird.
They're different weird.
Listen, they got nothing on this. There's nothing on this town. It's just Vegas is such another level of weirdness.
LA is just like the locals are weird.
Yeah.
But Vegas, people come here to
weirdos
get
from all
weird.
over the world.
People come here specifically to get weird. People come here to lose their fucking minds
it's awesome.
and then go home to their normal jobs and families.
Yeah.
Vegas is a cool place.
It is really.
I wish the weather
crazy.
was a little different, but that's all right.
It's like this is the only town that I know of that has had movies made in it where Mudos destroy the entire race or the entire strip, which is cool.
From Godzilla
movies to people, like this movie. It's like there's been hundreds of movies made about this town. We can watch movies like I'm sorry, the Shady Miles hitting me.
Go to caskers.com, guys.
Not a sponsor. What is the Hangover?
Yeah.
It's like it's watching movies like that and they get the streets all wrong, the continuity is weird.
Yeah.
I never said that once about this movie.
Well, this movie
it's like they didn't like jump off the
because
Caesar's
everything
Palace
was like 50 years old.
and paraglide into
most
the
of that
plaza.
shit was Fremont Street.
Yeah.
That's old Vegas.
Yeah.
Right.
This is our new Vegas doesn't look
I
anything
love
like that.
the intro to this movie.
Oh, me too.
It's just helicopter shots flying over
what I thought
Fremont
was-
Street.
You know what's fun though? Is when I was watching this with my kid and he was still awake. He was watching these scenes where they were doing like flyovers of the city and like here's the Stardust.
Your
and
kids
here's
have never
this-
been down to the
He's
strip.
like, where's that? I'm like, oh, buddy, that's been gone for a while.
Yeah.
He's like,
The
why?
Flamingo was just like one story.
Yeah. Now it's freaking huge. Yeah.
Has your kid been down the strip?
Yeah.
Has he been down to Fremont Street?
It's like maybe.
I mean, because the only reason I ask that is because I know people who have kids.
Yeah.
And the kids are like 13, 14 years old. And they've never been down the strip that live here. And they've lived here their whole life.
Yeah, he's been down the strip for sure. He's been. We've gone to shows and like when we went to the
hockey game.
I took him down there. So he's seen all that stuff. I don't think I've taken him to Fremont Street, but I did point out when they were doing the flyover, the cowboy who has a name, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, Vic.
Is it Vic?
Yeah.
Vic, the cowboy from Fremont Vic.
Like
Okay,
that,
yeah.
It's not Fremont. I know it's Vic, something Vic.
Cowboy Vic or whatever.
Something,
I can't remember. Anyway, when that guy popped up on the screen, I was like, "Hey, that's still here.
Yeah,
we can go see him." They moved him though. He's not in the. They picked him up
across the street
and they took him over to a different location. But I'm like, we could go see that guy. But most of the other stuff in the movie,
your kid would be
doesn't exist anymore.
When you go to Fremont Street with him,
you want to go?
I want to go.
Oh, please! I need some backup
I
because that place
absolutely
is
want to go.
fucking
Because
weird.
he's gonna lose his mind.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really good street performers, but there's also a lot of people just walking around naked.
A lot of weirdos, dude. A lot of weird shit happens on Fremont Street right now.
Yeah.
It's a madhouse.
I wonder if they could remake this movie. They couldn't.
With who?
I don't know.
Who would be the placeholder for the king?
Oh,
Channing Tatum.
Shut the fuck up. The one time you decide to talk and you spout that kind of nonsense.
Tatum.
I don't action reimagining.
Harry Styles.
This is one of those movies that I hope they never touch.
It's an action reimagining.
Because,
yeah, Viva Las Vegas with Channing Tatum.
This was a first watch movie.
Same here.
I'm pretty sure I'd never seen this movie before.
Yep.
And I enjoyed the shit out of this movie.
I'm so glad.
And you know why? One of the reasons why? It's because it's only 85 minutes long.
Yeah. And honestly, there's 10 different musical numbers in this movie.
They're all good.
I fast forward towards the end. I was just like, all right, that's enough song for me.
I listened to all of them.
Yeah, me too.
I don't like musicals.
So she
I
picks
know
a
I
musical.
recommended this movie, but it's an iconic movie.
Okay.
And I wanted us to watch it. And it's set in Las Vegas. And I just thought it would be really fun to talk about.
Yeah.
We should,
But I don't personally like musicals. And by 2/3 of the way in, I was like, I'm gonna fast forward this song.
How dare you?
should we do? I know how we want to take the members' content to one of the shows to like be in Vegas centric. Should we do like movie reviews that are only based in Las Vegas?
How many Vegas movies are
Oh, there's
there?
a lot.
Are there?
I'm pretty sure there's a lot. Everything from like
Scorsese movies.
you know, even
Oh.
we could even watch something like Blade Runner 2049 or whatever because that's where they go to Vegas. That's where they find Harrison Ford.
No shit.
Yeah, he's like living in top of Caesars after it's been abandoned or something like that.
Spoiler.
Well,
Wow, I
yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've
We could
seen
do
that
all
movie,
kinds
but
of
I don't remember them going to
stuff.
Vegas.
The Hangover, that movie,
Well,
these
yeah,
Leaving
kind of-
Las Vegas.
Godzilla. You know, there's all kinds of shit.
That's a cameo. What's that?
Yeah.
Con Air.
Con Air.
Well, yeah, we
Con
reviewed
Air.
Con Air. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Leaving Las Vegas.
mhm.
Yeah. There's a lot of Vegas movies.
all the Rat Pack stuff. Rat
Yeah.
Packs did movies out here too.
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Maybe,
You know who loves the Rat Pack?
maybe next year for Retro WeWatch, we should just do a Vegas centric Retro
We'll figure it out.
We'll do
Yeah.
something.
Figure it
like
out. But you know who loves Rat Pack and like old school Las
that.
Vegas?
Who's that?
Is it Nicolas Cage?
It's Corey Conradi.
Oh, yeah.
I love that guy.
He's like, hey, do you guys have any like Rat Pack style
So
stuff?
do
out there?
you
Like, we
guys
have tons of stuff, but
have, you know, this kind of, yeah.
yeah, no, he's legit asked me. He's like, hey,
Yeah.
where's the best like Rat Pack style stuff that you can do in Vegas? I'm like, well, there's a couple of museums.
Oh my gosh, you
There's
should take him to Sinatra's.
Yeah, I showed him that on the website. I was like, you could go here, and he's like, seems a little gimmicky. I'm like,
Oh,
well, yeah, it kind of
okay.
is.
Chat
It's
said-
a little gimmicky.
Mob Museum.
Mob Museum would be cool.
You know, and you know what's funny? These are things I haven't done.
I haven't done the Mob
It's like,
Museum.
You've never done the Mob Museum?
listen,
I've never gone through the museum, but
Yeah.
I've gone to the speakeasy.
I
a
am
bunch
the
of times.
local who works in this business
Yeah.
who has not done any of the tourist stuff.
You know what else is really cool?
Because I literally have friends who come here
Yeah.
every couple of years, and they've all done more stuff in Las Vegas. Than I've
Fair
never been.
enough.
I've never been to the Pinball Museum.
I haven't been there either.
You know, I drive by it every day.
The Neon
like,
Museum is really fun.
That looks cool as
too.
shit.
I've never been to the Mob Museum. You know,
We're gonna start bucket listing this shit.
we got to start doing
Yeah.
this stuff.
Go.
We got to start.
All right, we've come to a realization that we live in Vegas and we don't actually do anything Vegas-y.
Right.
So we're gonna change that.
I've been to
podcast.
Hoover Dam like a dozen times. I don't
So-
care if I ever go back.
Stay
Do you
tuned.
go to Ethel M's around Christmas?
I have. I've done
Yeah,
that.
that's
It's just
fun.
like, it's cool.
Stay tuned because we're gonna start doing some Vegas stuff
We're gonna do
around
some
here.
Vegas.
Also, go check out our other video where we reviewed Con Air and we bitch about how ridiculous the city map
Oh,
is
it's
in
all
that
wrong.
movie.
It's all wrong.
All wrong.
we you know, we've watched a lot of movies that we've talked about this, but anything from Mars Attack, or not Mars Attacks, but Big Red, what's
Angry Red Planet.
Angry Red Planet,
Yeah.
to Planet of the Apes, to this movie. We could just do a salty nerd movie tour.
Yeah, they're all
And
shooting
it's
locations
like,
around here.
Here's the sand dune that they climbed up when when Nova and Charlton Heston
Did
did this thing.
Didn't Lucas film part of Tatooine out in like the Joshua Tree or something like
that
that?
was in Tunisia or something like
No,
that.
no, not the dunes, but like the place where R2 was at.
I don't know.
When he was going
Maybe.
through the little canyon. I
Maybe.
want to
I
say
don't
that's
know.
California.
Could be.
Anyway,
But there's enough stuff within like an hour's drive of
Oh,
here
easily.
where we could make a
Easily.
year's worth of content.
Dude, all the old westerns? Are you fucking
Oh,
kidding
yeah,
me?
dude.
All of those old westerns? We can get that shot.
I mean, there's what's the movie with
Yep. All right, guys.
that-
Thanks
that
so
one.
much.
God damn.
Go to caskers.com. Get yourself some Shady Miles.
Honestly,
Cheers.
their
Not a
vodka
sponsor.
is amazing.
Not
This is really good vodka.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff.
Caskers.com.
It makes you not be able to think, which is most of the reason why
It
I
goes,
drink.
it goes
I think
down
that's-
really fast, which is dangerous.
That's because I'm old and fat. So, ooh.
All right, folks, we're going to wrap this up.
We got scores. Are we gonna grade? I don't know if I can grade.
I don't know if I can grade this. I'm kind of with like Seven Samurai on this. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not my pace. I don't like musicals, but God, I had a lot of fun.
Dude, it's iconic.
It's iconic.
Yeah.
Viva Las
Yeah,
Vegas.
I'm just going to throw this means nothing.
And approved.
Approved. Yes.
Rated approved.
Recommended.
Approved.
Yep,
Recommended.
Salty Nerd recommended.
Rated R.
Rated R for recommended. Perfect. Thank you, Matt. What's your rating?
Recommended.
Cool.
I love this movie. This is I could go home and watch this movie again right now. I just had a great time.
Yeah.
I want to go home and I want to get naked and I want to hang out with Ann-Margret. That's what I want to do.
Same.
She's so hot.
I mean,
She's
I
so
can't
beautiful.
argue with the guy.
Yeah.
She's so beautiful.
Yeah, she is a smoke show.
It's like these outfits, they leave nothing to the imagination.
I bet she could still do those dances too.
I bet she just shaking it. Yeah. Let's go.
I'm gonna try those moves at the club.
I'm gonna start rocking an orange red sweater with just like tights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ashley watched this with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did she dance?
No, no, she didn't dance. She could. She used to be a dancer in school. She did dance class and she was in plays and stuff like that. So she probably could do those moves.
Ann-Margret wear a lot of tights.
I mean, y'all saw her on the dance floor. That was not me doing those things.
Oh no, you were a happy boy that day.
I was 1,000% her doing those dances.
Yeah,
I was just kind of like
her and Charles were best in the group.
Can't argue with that. That dude is 7 feet tall and muscular. I'm like, well, you want to dance with my lady? That's fine. Let me watch you.
So I know, Kadish, give it a score. Give me say something.
Approved.
All right. Nice to see you, buddy.
Jude, how are you, man? Man, girl, woman.
Buddy, I'm not your buddy, pal.
Let her finish. Let her finish.
I want her to wait until I'm done with this one.
You think it's going to change her score?
Of course you do.
No, I don't. But I found it
Pipe down, woman.
We didn't talk about this.
Go make us a sandwich.
Ann-Margret has a solo song in this movie.
Yeah.
But during the song, she's talking about how much men suck. And she's making fucking sandwiches.
He's with my rival. Yes, he's with my rival constantly.
While she's singing the song. It is so perfect.
Oh, Ann-Margret's so contrary through the whole movie.
I'm making sandwiches for my man while I'm singing a song about how much men are stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, go make me a sandwich, lady. It's like, okay. Oh, man, suck.
I do the same thing with you guys.
It was so funny to me.
You think when she's making that casserole, she's like, fucking Vader, fucking hate that asshole.
There's no goddamn shrimp in this casserole.
I just thought it was funny that she's making, I don't know what, they were like peanut butter and barbecue sauce or something gross. I don't know what the hell those were.
And all through the week, my competition gets.
But it was weird. But it was just funny to me that she's making toasted peanut butter barbecue sauce sandwiches. So while she's singing the song,
I love it when she's crawling around on the mechanic floor just trying to plug in a coffee pot.
Yeah, it's like
she brings like
give me the wrench,
like
baby.
an entire trunk load full of food to nourish her father.
Please. This junk happens to be nourishment for my father.
And her father was the uncle from My Three Sons or something like that.
Oh,
right?
really?
Isn't that right?
You're so old.
I am.
All right, Jude, what's your score?
I'm sorry.
I agree with you guys. I rated approved. I think it's a must-watch. If you like classic movies, this should be on your must-watch list.
Sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Agreed.
Yep. All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching us talk about Viva Las Vegas. Look, you can't say that title without singing
Viva
it.
Las Vegas.
Right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Or you got to, or if you can say Viva Las Vegas, you got to do it like an Elvis.
Like a king.
And you got to put a baby on the end. Like, Viva Las Vegas, baby.
You know, baby.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Don't call me baby. Okay, baby.
I know karate. Look out, man. All right? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to chop your neck in half, all right?
Something special about Elvis. I love Elvis.
Dude, almost spit out your drink.
Yeah.
You did it so well.
Almost came out
Look
my
out, man.
nostrils.
Look out, man. All right? I ain't joking around, all right? I'm a king. Better watch out.
Karate chop.
Why am I good at that?
That's so funny. You got to get
Kate is giggling.
the one day you don't have your little, you got to get your little curl going.
I cut my hair. I should have planned better. I should have let it grow out so I could have done the whole thing. Because I do. I mean, I could legit have like a freaking Elvis helmet hair.
Grow some sideburns.
I can't grow. No. I'd have to get the paint on ones or something. But
We had those Elvis glasses in the photo booth at the wedding.
I saw.
That's what we should have. We also should have had Elvis glasses.
Yeah. All right,
I
guys.
have Elvis glasses, and I didn't think to bring
What the
them
hell?
today.
What is wrong with us? Oh my God. All right, guys. Thank you so much for
Amateurs.
watching the video. We are. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. We will see you next week. Are we doing more retro rewatch? Is this the
No,
last
this
one?
is the last one.
Oh, this is the last one.
We're going into the
December slump.
the December slump.
The December slumber.
Yeah. But
So there's going to be some off
Bunch
weird.
of silent nights in December.
It's usually just a week, right?
Yeah, it's like a week or two that we kind of take off in December
Yeah, I think we
during
usually do
Christmas.
2 weeks.
It's just too
Yeah.
much. Of the holidays.
Nobody's listening anyway at that time.
It's fine. You guys should be hanging out with your family.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this show. Really appreciate it. I had a great time talking about this.
This is a fun movie.
This is a fun movie.
Like
Way more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Huzzah!
Jude picked good.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna sign out now. Stay salty and look out, man.
Hail to the king, baby.